Walking down a quiet street, the air crisp with the scent of autumn leaves, a small, frail puppy lies motionless in a ditch. His tiny body is so weak, so malnourished, that he doesn't even flinch as someone steps closer. His ribs poke through his dull, ragged fur, his eyes are vacant, his spirit shattered. A lump forms in the throat at the realization that this helpless creature has been abandoned, left to suffer alone, his life hanging by a fragile thread. Who could do such a thing? More importantly, how can we help? This little pit bull pup, only 9 months old, had spent nearly 10 excruciating hours in that ditch, too weak to move, too drained to even cry out for help. Weighing a mere 15 pounds, far below what a healthy puppy should weigh, he was starving, neglected, barely clinging to life. His story could have ended there, like so many others before him, lost and forgotten, but fate had different plans. A dedicated team from the local Animal Protection Society discovered him just in time. With gentle hands and urgent determination, they scooped him up, whisking him away to an animal hospital where veterinarians fought tirelessly to stabilize him. As they examined his frail body, it became clear this was more than just hunger. This was prolonged neglect, a slow, silent suffering that had been inflicted over time. He had been let down by humans before, but now, at last, he was in hands that cared. For 3 days, the little pup hovered between life and death. Every moment was a battle. He could barely lift his head, let alone wag his tail. He had been stripped of his energy, his strength, his trust. But then something extraordinary happened. He met Kim. Kim wasn't just any foster mom. She was the kind of person who saw beyond the brokenness, who understood that healing wasn't just about food and medicine, but about love, patience, and a safe place to belong. The moment she cradled him in her arms, he felt something different: warmth, safety, a chance. The first few days were agonizingly slow. He was so weak that even standing seemed impossible. He would gaze up at Kim with tired eyes, as if asking if it was okay to hope again. And Kim, ever patient, would whisper softly, reassuring him that he was safe now, that he was loved. Then came the first breakthrough. It was small, almost imperceptible, but monumental nonetheless. His tail, which had remained still for days, gave a tiny, hesitant wag. It was as if, deep inside, a spark of trust was beginning to ignite, and with each passing day, that spark grew brighter. Kim had an adult Rottweiler at home, a gentle giant with a heart just as big. Slowly, the puppy started interacting with his new, much larger friend. At first, he was hesitant, unsure of how to play, of how to trust. But the Rottweiler, patient and understanding, guided him. With every playful nudge, every shared nap, the puppy gained more than just strength. He gained confidence, companionship, and the knowledge that he wasn't alone anymore. By the end of the 3rd week, something incredible happened. He took his first real walk. It was wobbly, uncertain, but it was a walk. A moment that Kim would never forget. And as he trotted alongside his Rottweiler companion, something inside her shifted. She realized that she no longer had a sickly, broken puppy in her care. Instead, she had a survivor. Over the next month, the changes were nothing short of miraculous. The once dull, patchy fur now gleamed with health. The once timid, lifeless pup now raced across the yard, chasing butterflies, rolling in the grass, embracing every second of his newfound life. His transformation wasn't just physical, it was emotional. He had gone from being a shadow of a dog to a vibrant, joyful, loving companion. Then came the moment that would change his life forever. Around the 5th or 6th week, Kim introduced him to Megan, one of her clients. Megan and her husband already had 2 dogs at home, but the moment she laid eyes on the puppy, something clicked. It was as if fate had led her there, to that exact moment, to meet the dog that was always meant to be part of her family. The decision was immediate. Megan couldn't bear to leave without him. She scooped him up, held him close, and whispered, "You're coming home." And just like that, he had a family of his own. Despite everything he had been through, the starvation, the neglect, the loneliness, this little puppy never stopped loving. He never stopped trusting. And that, more than anything, is what makes his story extraordinary. Megan often says that what amazed her the most wasn't just his physical transformation, but his ability to forgive, to love unconditionally, to trust again. This isn't just a story about one puppy. This is a story about resilience, about hope, about the incredible things that happen when kindness is chosen. And the truth is, there are countless animals out there, right now, waiting for their own miracle, waiting for someone to step in, to make a difference. So what can be done? Maybe it's fostering an animal in need, like Kim did. Maybe it's adopting, like Megan. Or maybe it's as simple as spreading awareness, donating to a local shelter, or reporting cases of abuse when they are seen. Every small action matters. Every life saved is a victory. Because when compassion is chosen, when love is chosen, the lives of these animals are not the only ones changed. Human lives are changed too. And together, this world can become a kinder, better place for all living beings. If an animal in distress is ever encountered, don't hesitate. Reach out. Be their voice. Be their miracle. Because sometimes all it takes is one person to turn a life around. And maybe, just maybe, that person is you.